Developing news concerning the officer-involved shooting on Fountain Square last night. Tonight, police have confirmed the 16-year-old boy shot by police has died of his injuries. Because of the severe weather we just showed you, a live video remote is dangerous, so we're taking Sayed Shabir live on the phone right now to give us the latest from this news conference. Sayed?
Julie, that's right. The mayor and police chief have gathered a press conference here at the police department and initially started this conference off with condolences to the family of this 16-year-old Devon Mullins, who was shot by police last night at Fountain Square. The officer involved has been identified as Officer Oscar, I think it's pronounced Saranac, Oscar Saranac, who joined the force in 2006. They have several pieces of video that they have been investigating that show exactly what happened, and they showed the video here at the press conference, and basically what it showed was a 16-year-old Mr. Mullins was approached by police, and a physical altercation started that lasted over a minute long, where the police officer tried to handcuff the individual, but the individual resisted. That is when the 16-year-old presented a weapon and had his hand and finger on the trigger. At that point, the officer fired 2 rounds, striking the 16-year-old in the chest. At that point, the 16-year-old threw the weapon in the air, which landed several feet away. The officer then stepped back and confiscated that weapon and held the 16-year-old at gunpoint. The 16-year-old was taken to University Hospital and was pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, this investigation is continuing on, but there's several pieces of video evidence that I mentioned that the chief and the mayor are referring to. But at this point, their concern now is having what seems to be a wave of these shootings occurring here. And they are going to be trying to work with the community, with the churches, and with the department itself in trying to limit these sort of violent gun shootings. And the most troubling thing for the mayor is that this was a 16-year-old kid with a gun, and so he's trying to do his best as well in preventing these shootings. We will have a complete story tonight on 9 News at 11. Julie, we'll send it back to you.
Sayed, let me ask you this. Was this surveillance video, and were you actually watching the video in the news conference, or did they just tell you it existed?
No. They presented several clips of video that we got to watch here in the press conference that was from surveillance video. This shooting happened right in front of Fifth Third Bank, which is right there on Fountain Square. So this is footage from the bank cameras that pretty much shows everything that happened.
All right, we will have much more on this tonight on 9 News at 11. Sayed Shabir reporting live on the phone just after this news conference has wrapped up.